Aries and everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Catherine. Today we're doing Aries' monthly tarot reading. We're going to look at what's in store for the month with no specific theme really to gear the message. Spirit decides here, and but we're really looking at the overarching energy for the whole month, right? So in terms of astrology, there's going to be a blue moon at the end of the month on August 31st. That's really important and very rare. So it's something to note this month about, having something maybe rare and precious happen to you, out of the ordinary, that you would deem, extraordinary, amazing, and a blessing. Venus is retrograde, so it might point to love, but it might not. It could point to general relationships, any of your relationships and partnerships in your life. So that's a possibility. But then again, those are just transits in the sky for now, but it doesn't always dictate and doesn't always show up in the cards. So let's just explore together what might be happening, because you always have free will, so you take some and leave some as always. I'm starting with an oracle card that's in French. I'll be translating the keywords for you. Looking at wisdom, temperance, and calm. Sagesse, tempérance, et calme. For my francophone viewers. So, a great energy. You're very well balanced. You're keeping your cool. Nothing phases you this month. It's a great energy to, I want to say, to allow anything extraordinary to come in. We're going to look at some full moon, new moon energies, or any moon energies with the phases of the moon here. Full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Okay, that's a great, sounds like the end of a cycle. Sounds major. Sounds quite major here. We're going to draw some tarot right away. Now we need to know what that conclusion is. What's that grand finale? It sounds like the blue moon would be a great time, right? The timing of it would bode well in terms of concluding something, at least marking the conclusion, right? Let's look at that tarot message for you. What can Aries expect for August? Okay, we have the Queen of Swords in the reverse with the Six of Wands. You're triumphant. You're being recognized for something. It feels, well, first of all, you could have cut out something, someone out of your life, and that feels like a victory to you at least. And even in the eyes of others, I feel. Especially if you're someone in the limelight, you would definitely have others' approval in terms of the choice and decisions you've made regarding that particular thing, or a situation or relationship, whichever it applies for you, however it applies for you. You're totally releasing a huge attachment to a particular person in love, actually. Someone that had, didn't have necessarily the openness that you were looking for when you met them. Or maybe along the way, you've lost the connection somehow. You still love them. You still have a soft spot for them, that's for sure. And they do too for you. It's a shared energy here. But both of you are releasing each other. I have both a king and a queen in the reverse. And I am sensing that there's some kind of tie between the two. A tie that unfortunately is dissolving. But maybe it's fortunate, right? I think it has to do with retrieving some peace for both of you. Inner peace mainly, with temperance on the table, or the equivalent of temperance on the table, right? Because it was an oracle card and not a tarot card. I sense that you're letting go somehow a little bit, how do you say, not wholeheartedly. There's a part of you that has having a difficulty abandoning or losing maybe the emotions or the quality, the refined connection. That's not the right word. The particular connection, right? So it was very special to you. So it felt, I've used the word refined because it had a special quality to you, a special feeling, a special meaning, and that's going to be difficult to let go. But you are doing just that. I want to get this is the herbal astrology deck, oracle deck kind of, and I say kind of, it is an oracle. You get 3 cards. I have to take them because if you saw, I'm sure you saw, they literally like asked to come out. So we do have the wounded healer here. We have rebirth. Look at that, rebirth. Ayahuasca is rebirth. Dandelion was the wounded healer. And we have Amanita, which is conduit. The rebirth is exactly what the energy regarding this conclusion, right? It's when a door closes, another door opens. It's always the case, right? That's well known. You know, the wounded healer is that thing I was describing at the moment, right before I drew these cards about you having a hard time relinquishing that and losing that special connection. It had a special color, it had a special feeling to it, a special feel to it that you're really gonna miss. It makes you feel weak in the knees. It makes you feel, not when, I don't know how you use weak in the knees, if it's only in love, meaning that you have the hots for someone, or if it can also mean that you feel weak, that it does affect you and makes you somewhat feel vulnerable, and maybe even a bit hurt to lose such a thing, right? Because the wounded healer is here. So as much as it's healing to let go of this person, this situation, I think it's a relationship, but you're gonna gain immense advantage, if you want, from the rebirth. It's so worth it. And the conduits, I have to say, I think it's the quality of that relationship was really, I use particular and special, but I think I can even say peculiar, right? I think it had a very strong psychic tone, and I think that you guys might have had a real exchange of energies that could be felt like miles and miles and miles away, right? So I believe that strongly here. It's also, Amanita is a mushroom, right? So we're looking at the mycelium, we're looking at those connections, invisible connections of everyone with everyone as one. So I believe that that is very strong, or was very strongly felt with this person in particular. Even if we're connected to everybody, you had a special bond here. A very special one. I want to look at one keyword. It already turned. Wow, it's strength. I wanted some advice, and it says, those mini cards, when your roots are deep, you need not fear the storm. So here the storm would appear to be for you what feels like you're cutting off someone that you care for, actually. Someone with who you have a special bond. But overall, you are more peaceful for releasing this person. You're more balanced. Your life is more balanced. It shows up exteriorly as well, right? And it took a lot of strength. It took a lot of courage to actually do the deed. But you remember this person forever, because this conduit card is very strong. And I predict that even if you're releasing this person, I don't think that the psychic bond dies. I think that it's just a matter of where you put your energy, where you put your focus. Are you communicating? You wouldn't be at that point, but it doesn't mean that they wouldn't have a little place in your heart. You know what I mean? I'm going to leave the message there. I think it's okay to make it short because it's a overarching energy for the month. So you know what this is about. And then as we do maybe weekly readings, we can look at what's really unfolding as the month goes by. So I'll see you on the next one. Please like the video if you did, and come back. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.